Craig was the nicest guy ever. He never said anything bad about anybody. He was really funny, really sweet. We got married September 15th, 2007. We have 3 kids. Our oldest daughter is 22. Deuce, our son, is 13, and our youngest daughter, Grace, is 9.
Well, he really liked games.
Like Yahtzee and King's Corner or whatever.
The first time he got sick was August 1st of 2017. He had called me at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was so mad at him. He's like, I don't feel good. And I said, well, what do you mean you don't feel good? And he said, well, my stomach hurts. I can't eat anything. And so I brought him in, and they're like, yeah, you have a blockage. And the next day they did the colonoscopy, and they said it would take a half an hour, 45 minutes. And he was gone an hour and a half. And by the time it hit an hour mark, I kind of figured it was really bad. And the doctor that did the colonoscopy came out and talked to me, and he said, I've seen this a lot. I don't know what stage it is, but your husband has cancer. So they sent us back up to the room, and they did surgery Thursday night. And they took 2 feet of his sigmoid colon out. And then he did chemo and for 6 months, and he was miserably sick and didn't hardly move or do anything. And he went to his last cancer visit by himself. She told him he just had to go in for a colonoscopy every year. Dr. Alcott did tell him, you know, it's going to come back some way, somehow, and we don't know when, and it will kill you. We went on vacation in March of 21, and he was complaining when we got back from vacation that his back hurt. And I'm like, well, it was probably the bed, because the bed was hard as a rock. He could bounce a quarter off of it. And so he went to the doctor, and you can check the My Chart, and it shows everything. And I knew what the cancer marker was. And I'm like, it's over 200. And so I knew going in to see Dr. Alcott that it wasn't going to be good.
And they told us that Dad had 2-stage cancer. And it was really heartbreaking for us.
He did chemo up until middle of August, I think. And then we talked about it for a couple weeks, and he's like, Steph, he goes, this is terrible. I don't want to do this anymore. And so then he decided that he wanted to do hospice. They sent Leah, the nurse, and then Laura, the social worker, she came. And they made a plan. They came 3 days a week. They came Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then they had a massage therapist that came. She was great. Craig loved her. They didn't treat him like he was an invalid or somebody that had cooties. They treated him like a regular person. They teased him. It meant everything for him to be here. He didn't want to go to a hospital. He wanted to be here so he could see the kids and me and whoever wanted to come. He wanted to be here. And hospice allowed him to stay here. He made it till December 30th. They were really good to us. They signed us up sponsors, hospice families during Christmas time, and a bunch of them brought gifts for Craig and I and the kids. The dogs got dog beds. I mean, it was just so overwhelming.
We were sitting around and a knock on the door, and there were 3 cars that pulled up full of gifts and all that.
I remember the tree being in the corner and our dresser full of presents just stacked up almost to the ceiling.
So everyone was there at that Christmas, and that was pretty memorable.
Hospice is so very important. These people come into your homes, they take care of your loved ones, they let your loved ones pass with dignity and give them such respect. There's just not even words for it. They're just amazing people. It's an amazing program, and everybody should get to experience that.